Today we're talking about Amazon Private Label, especially how Brandon Young teaches it in his Seller Systems platform. Amazon Private Label is something very popular. You've probably heard about it already online. And so what you really need to know is if Brandon Young is the one to learn it from. And you also need to learn the challenges of this business model. We're going to cover all of that and a different business model that addresses a lot of these challenges. So stay tuned towards the end to learn about that.
Seller Systems is a platform that teaches Amazon Private Label courses. It was created by Brandon Young, an 8-figure Amazon seller. The courses focus on data-driven product research and advertising strategies using software tools rather than abstract concepts.
A lot of courses out there teach more abstract concepts like how to look at competitors' product pages and figure out what products you should chase after. And this can be really difficult because, especially if you're a beginner, what is one of your competitors? Are you even looking at the right competitor to give you a good insight? Even if you are looking at the competitor, then how do you determine the best way to pick a product? Maybe you are looking for things where the comments, a lot of people are mentioning a certain thing that is missing from a product. And so you want to create a product that has that thing that's missing. But that's very subjective. And it's going to take a long time. If you're only putting an hour or two into this business a day as a beginner, by the time you formulate any amount of correct data in this kind of like hands-on, not automatic way, by the time you get that data, what you actually determine could be completely incorrect. So using tools is going to give you more accurate insights for far less of your time.
Brandon Young, along with former collaborators Maximilian Abreu and Garland Sullivan, developed these courses to help sellers on their Amazon FBA journey. Seller Systems offers a free Amazon SEO masterclass, a 5-hour Amazon Private Label masterclass at $197, a PPC masterclass at $297, a launch masterclass at $797, and the flagship Inner Circle Mastermind at $2,000 less $1,000 annual fee.
So with Brandon Young's Seller Systems, you can kind of work your way in. You can buy one of the lower level courses and see how it fits. You can kind of pick and choose offerings that are more so focused on where your business currently is at, but where the money really is, where the big help is going to be is in that mastermind. So keep in mind that even if you start at one of those lower courses, you're probably going to be upsold pretty heavily into that course, and you're going to want to get to that higher paid course because that is where the best teaching and advice is given. So keep that in mind before diving into even the cheapest course here.
The Inner Circle Mastermind is the most comprehensive course of the program. It covers product research, sourcing, list optimization, Amazon PPC, understanding the algorithm, product launch, and ManyChat or Facebook training. Seller Systems also has live office hours via Zoom and bi-weekly classes on specific topics.
I love that this course has office hours simply because it's almost like getting a college degree. Now, again, this is for that mastermind level course, but if you're bulking at that $2,000 payout with $1,000 annual fee, that is really hefty. So A, you need to make sure that you have the capital to cover that and that it'll be worth it. But if those two boxes are checked, B, this is very much so just like going and talking to your college advisor. Having those office hours, Q&As, private community, all of that is going to give you a lot more value than just a generic click-through course.
The course won the SellerPaul Best Amazon Course Award in 2021. Brandon Young started teaching Seller Systems in 2018 after becoming a successful Amazon seller. He started selling on Amazon in 2015 and launched his first successful Amazon Private Label product in June 2016. By 2018, he was already making around $10 million per year. Young won the SellerPaul's Outstanding Contribution Award and was named the favorite Amazon consultant every year since 2019. Seller Systems emphasizes the importance of data-driven decision-making. Brandon recommends using tools like Helium 10's Black Box for product research and his own software, Data Dive, which costs $149 per month or $1,449 for 1 year access.
Data Dive is a pretty good tool. It's very tailored to the strategies that Brandon teaches. So it pairs really well, which is awesome because it's sometimes very difficult to listen to a coach talk about some tool, say like Jungle Scout, but depending on how you learn, it might be really hard to translate what they're saying into what you're doing on your screen. But Data Dive follows what he teaches very closely. I would suggest doing a single month of it and seeing if you like it before committing to the entire year, even though it's technically cheaper. This will give you a better feel before coughing up $1,500.
Brandon suggests a minimum investment of $5,000 to start an Amazon private label business. However, a more realistic estimate for startup costs ranges from $5,500 to $13,000, including expenses for an Amazon Seller Central account, product samples, initial inventory, GS1 barcode, PPC costs, trademark costs, external packaging, and professional product photography.
Just like many other investments too, there isn't a guarantee that your $13,000, $15,000 will even be successful here. So while that range of investment is considered kind of the minimum, it will be best if you also have some sort of a money cushion, especially if you're trying to rely on this. Private label is expensive. It is hard to begin. It can be a cash cow once it's rolling, but even then there are certain unforeseeable changes that can occur. And so you're going to want to make sure that you're not putting all of your money into this as a beginner.
Amazon private label involves creating a brand for generic, unbranded products. Sellers can scale their Amazon stores by differentiating their products. While not required, getting a business license and trademark will give you a competitive edge on Amazon. The marketplace attracts over 197 million visitors monthly. Walmart.com only has 120 million customers, and Etsy has 81 million. This high traffic makes Amazon an attractive platform despite its fees, which start at 15% and increase based on product characteristics and storage time. Seller Systems offers comprehensive, data-driven training for Amazon private label selling. However, students should carefully consider the huge upfront investment of at least $8,000 before starting. They should assess themselves on how serious they are in starting the Amazon biz. It's challenging to find the right products to sell, especially if you're a new seller. You need to do extensive research and analysis to be profitable in your Amazon store. Amazon is a highly competitive marketplace with many sellers vying for the same customers. It will be difficult to stand out and maintain profitability on this platform. Amazon frequently updates its policies and algorithms. You always need to adapt to its new policies and strategies.
All of these reasons are why we've moved off of Amazon FBA and into a business model called local lead generation. In this model, you don't have to worry about finding products. Instead, you create websites for services that people will always need. So it may not be super glamorous, but a website that is for roofers in a localized area is going to get a lot of leads versus some trendy product that might not be worth much in a few months' time. Since we create our own websites, we don't have to worry about policies from Amazon, or if let's briefly mention another business model, YouTube. TikTok's ever-changing policies is not a worry because you own those websites, you are in charge, and you're making the decisions. And since this is all local, this is all in small areas, we don't have to worry so much about global saturation and competition or standing out against, let's say, another private label company that is millions of dollars a year and you're just starting out. Instead, we're just working to create these websites, rank them organically on Google, and rent them out to these small businesses. If you want to learn more about local lead generation, click the link in the description below.